Ferguson and Dan Hooker in the lightweight division. Now, of course, it is not an official fight, but it is a fight that is very, very likely to happen. Given the UFC rankings as of right now, having Dan Hooker at number 13, having Tony Ferguson at number 9, a lot of the people from 10 to 12 are booked, from 14 and down are booked, a lot of the guys in the top 5 are booked, so it really just makes a lot of sense for this fight to happen. I would love a Tony Ferguson Dan Hooker fight to happen. It would be an absolute banger of a fight, whether it's 3 rounds on a co-main event of a pay-per-view, whether it's 5 rounds as a main event of a fight night. It's a banger no matter what. So prediction: Tony Ferguson, El Cucuy, the king of the Darce choke, maybe behind Vicente Luque, was on a crazy win streak, beating everyone there was in the UFC lightweight division until he fought Justin Gaethje for the interim belt. Took a lot of damage, but is he going to take that type of damage against Dan Hooker? Probably not. So I don't really find there to be a good chance of Dan Hooker knocking him out, so we're going to rule that off the table. So if Dan Hooker is going to win here, it'll be a decision. If El Cucuy, Tony Ferguson, is going to win the fight, it's going to have to be with some pressure. We saw Dan Hooker, what was happening with him against pressure fighters like Michael Chandler, like Arnold Allen. When Dustin Poirier put on the pressure, he didn't really like it too much. 2 of the guys were able to land combinations and knock him out in Michael Chandler and Arnold Allen. Ferguson can definitely do the same thing, as he almost knocked out Michael Chandler in their fight. So for this fight with Dan Hooker and Tony Ferguson, I think Hooker's game plan would be to stay at range. He's going to be 6 foot tall, 75.5-inch reach, and Tony, a little bit smaller, but with a little bit of a reach advantage. Doesn't matter. He needs to fight to stay at range. He needs to stay away from the pressure, the volume, the crazy elbows, the takedowns, the Eminari rolls, all the crazy things that Tony Ferguson is going to throw in the fight. He needs to stay away from that. He got to stay at range and kickbox him like he's meant to do. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Tony Ferguson is going to win this fight. If it does happen, I definitely have Tony winning. And do I have him by finish? Whether it's 5 rounds, whether it's 3 rounds, I'm going to go Tony Ferguson by knockout. I think there will be possibly a few like grappling exchanges here and there, but the way that Tony Ferguson was able to land that shot on Chandler in the first round of their fight and almost knock him out, man, dude. The dude has power. The dude was going at it in that fight. He still has the will and the fury to finally come back and get a win in this UFC lightweight division. They're both on big losing streaks. They both are like 1-4 in their last 5 fights. I'm going to go Tony Ferguson. I think the guys that he's been losing to, Gaethje, Oliveira, Dariush, Chandler, they all had an aspect of the game that they were better than Tony in. Michael Chandler, he was better in wrestling. He was better in terms of how much power he had. Beneil Dariush was better in wrestling. Oliveira, better in grappling. Gaethje was the better striker and had good takedown defense. Not going to be the case here with Dan Hooker. I don't think Dan Hooker is better anywhere this fight goes. Grappling, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, striking, kickboxing, clinching, damage, power, it all goes Tony Ferguson in this fight. So I'm gonna go Tony Ferguson inside the distance, and I think it'll be in the second. We'll go back to the. I'll say first round, but it could go to the second round if Dan Hooker doesn't want to get knocked out, and he shows his toughness a lot in his fights. But I'm gonna go a first round at TKO for the boogeyman El Cucuy, Tony Ferguson. Banger in the lightweight division. But who do you guys have winning this crazy potential lightweight fight? Put it down in the comments. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.